They just came to the house and tried pushing in the door on me when I told them to come back and get their tools when Chris was here. So right now I'm gonna call the police. I'm calling the police! Sure. And we'll have you arrested for trying to push in my door. He'll be back later tonight, but I'm gonna call the police. And I'm gonna have you charged with trying to break in and enter. You push the fucking door open.
Hello?
Hi. So I called the police, they're on their way. I'm just standing here recording them, they're still here.
Well, he's outside right now, and he just called me from 701-6547.
I told him to come back when you're home later, and he was just yelling at me what time you're coming back. And the other guy, the big guy, is just telling me to call the police and stuff. But the police are on their way. I gave them their license plate number and everything.
Right on. Alright, well, I'm gonna get my hair cut and I'll be right there.
Okay, bye.
Alright.
Here the police come.
Hello. I won't have this pointed at you, but it is on, just so you know.
Why?
Because I know, I'm not filming you, I'm filming the situation.
Well, now I am going to film you, actually. I didn't do anything wrong, so you don't have to give me attitude.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, I just wondering why you're filming. You called us. What's going on? Tiffany, right?
Yes. These men were hired to do some drywalling. They just stopped coming over a week ago now. We now had to hire new people to fix the damage they've done. And we have it all on recording. We're in the process now of taking them to small claims court.
Okay.
We just got the paperwork and stuff for that. So the one in the passenger seat, I told him to come back here when Chris was home after, around, like when he was home later this evening.
Yeah.
And the smaller one, he tried pushing his way in, and I had to close the door and lock it because he was just going to force his way in. So I'd like to press charges against him for trying to come in my house. He said no, and he tried pushing his way in. And then I ran and I locked this door immediately, and I ran and locked the rest of my doors.
Okay. So they pulled up here, both of them, obviously.
Yes, and they both came
And they
to the
knocked on
door. Pounded on the door, and I opened it a little bit, and I told him that Chris wasn't here and that he'd need to come back after. Well, he's like, no, I want my tools. And I said no, and I went to shut the door, and that's when he pushed it open, and I had to really push against it to close and lock it. Like, they just stopped coming over at least a week, no phone call, no nothing, and we had to hire other contractors to come and fix the damage that they've caused. So they can, they can take us to court to get their items back. They're not coming in my house to get these things.
Okay. So, in the end of the day, there's two situations here. It's a civil matter between you as hiring the contractors. Did you find them online, or did you find them through
they just live in town here, so we kind of got them, because they do this stuff, and we had they were going to come here on their free time until they were done their other job, and then on weekends and in evenings, and they, were late, and they didn't call, they didn't show up. We had to call them, and then they just stopped coming here entirely a week ago or more. And now today, he tried coming in and getting his stuff when I told him to come back later.
Okay. The civil part has to be resolved in court. That's just the way it is.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And that's what we were doing. We were taking.
Okay. Do you owe them money?
That's why I told them to come back when Chris was home. That's their issue.
Okay. And you want to press charges because they tried to come in?
Yes, I do.
Did you happen to film that too?
No, but we have security cameras we'll have to look at. But
okay. Were the cameras on? The security cameras?
yeah,
because then we can look at it right now, right?
Well, no, I don't want you coming in my house. I'll get it.
But you want me to lay charges, but you don't want me to come in your house. So that's the evidence.
Well, I'll get you that.
I believe you, but instead of taking you to the detachment now, you do a video statement. We go through that. We can check. We can check the camera.
What's that?
Is there something in the house you don't want us to see? Or?
Okay, well.
Do you want to?
I think we're done now because clearly this is,
You called us, remember?
I did call you
yeah.
because they're trying to come in my door.
And you have it on your camera.
But what if I didn't have a camera?
But we have the best evidence that you can get.
Well, I will bring that to you.
That's fine. That's fine. No, that's fine. We're trying to help
I
you.
don't understand why now I'm being accused. Why? Is there something in your house you don't want to see? I don't understand what that was about. Can you...
But you're not letting a police officer go in your house?
Here's what you can do. You can get the video evidence. You can bring it to our detachment,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll use it. And you can come give him a statement.
Are you available tomorrow,
When you're
Tiffany?
available, bring it into us.
Tiffany?
Okay?
Well, yes, and that's what we've done many times when the store was broken into, and I don't really appreciate the attitude of, like, I understand there's a camera in your face, but if you're doing your job, then it shouldn't be an issue.
But if you were doing your thing,
okay, but I'm not inviting you into my house.
You wanted us to come here. I just asked you to see the camera. Okay? I didn't ask to be in your house. I asked to see the camera. So.
And that's in my house.
Okay, so if you want to provide that, download it, burn it down, or whatever you want.
So is that how I have to prove my case? To get any help from you?
That's the best evidence. You know that too, right? Why are you filming me otherwise? Okay?
Because...
So you bring that, and we do a statement tomorrow, and we look at it.
Okay.
Isn't that the best option? Because we can't do it right now.
So what would have happened if I didn't have the camera and him trying to bust down in my door? How does that work?
We still would have to need a statement from you.
Okay, I'll give you my statement.
Yeah, so I'd rather have a statement plus the footage.
Okay, and I will give you that, but right now I'm willing to go on with what we need to do, and I will bring you that if it shows anything. Okay. I'm fully capable of doing that. Because it's not ending today, right? The case?
No, if there is enough evidence, it will go to trial eventually, or it will be solved before that in a peace bond or something like that, right?
All right, well, let's proceed with my statement and do whatever, and I'll get you a thumb drive of it if it shows. I think that's acceptable, right, sir?
I think the statement and the video can come tomorrow. Don't you think? Don't you have kids in the house?
No, I don't.
Okay, I thought you had.
And that matters what?
Because I didn't want you to leave because I want a video statement.
Like, you're just making things up now.
I want a video statement or an audio statement.
Mm-hmm.
But I can borrow your camera and we can do the statement here if you want. Or we can do a written statement now and then we'll see what we have. But it weighs more if we have a video statement.
I'm willing to tell you my statement right now. I don't have kids in the house. I don't have anything to do right now. So I called you to do this because he tried busting in my door, and that's what I would like to take care of right now. I don't understand.
And I don't understand why you don't want to wait until we have the video footage, because it's obviously there. It covers the
this door
door.
here?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, you have the
Doesn't get
best
better than
evidence. It doesn't get better than that, Tiffany.
And I told you I'll bring you that footage if tomorrow. I'm not understanding why we can't proceed because I'm not letting you in my house to look at the video.
Well, first of all, these guys want their stuff back, right?
Hmm.
These guys have $500 worth of tools in there. That's basically all they came here for, right? So once they get their tools, then they're essentially on their way.
Yes,
And
but
we can deal
we're
with that
taking
part-
we're
we can deal with
taking
that
them
part
to
after.
court because they owe us money.
Small claims court.
Yes.
That has nothing to do with the police,
Exactly.
right? That doesn't mean you can withhold their property. You see where I'm coming from? Oh, fair enough. Yeah, that guy's already been.
Hi. The police want me to give them their things because I guess their things and their matter are more important than him trying to bust in our door and stuff. And the one officer's not gonna help me unless I show him the video
That's not
evidence
what I
of the
said.
front door.
That's not at all what I said.
It's okay, I got it all on recording.
Yeah, that's great.
We can deal with the criminal stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, let's just get their stuff out of here, and then we can deal with it from there.
No, I told them that we have the surveillance cameras, and the one officer is, wants me to show him, and then the other one's like, what, there's something in there you don't want us to see? Yeah, so,
That's what it makes it out to look
yes,
like.
I
right?
am. So, they said that they have $500 worth of stuff in there.
Some scaffolding and drywall tools and that kind of stuff.
Okay. Okay, Chris said he'll be home in an hour. They can wait.
Why don't we just get their stuff, get out of here, and then you can provide a statement, show us the video, and we'll proceed with the criminal stuff, if that's the case. That's how it
It
works.
makes it
That's
I
how
have
it's
to
gonna
show
work.
them a video of him actually
provide a
pushing in the
statement.
door for them to do anything.
But
Did you hear the second part?
But I have to let them in right now to
It's
let
for your own
them
case, Tiffany.
get their stuff.
We're trying to help you out
Yeah.
here, and we're being treated like criminals.
Yeah. Okay. Well, right now we have other contractors here that have their stuff here as well.
Okay?
So
These guys are going to grab what stuff that's theirs.
who's to say whose is what?
This guy is going to say what's his.
Oh, he's
And what
the
would it be?
guy that owns the stuff is going to say whose is
His
what.
scaffold, which is his biggest of
Mm-hmm.
importance.
Yeah. I'm going to put you on or on
You
speaker.
want me to talk to him?
Sure, you can. No, right here's good.
I'm not talking through speakerphone.
What's the problem?
He won't talk to you through speakerphone.
I will, but it's very childish.
Well, I'll just record him talking to you then.
Remember that you called us, right?
I know that. Here you go.
Thanks. Chris, how you doing? Can you hear me all right?
Yep. Can you hear
it's
me?
Corey Morton. It's Corey Morton from the Lampton OPP.
Right on.
We get called here. Is Tiffany your wife or girlfriend or
Girlfriend.
girlfriend? Okay. So she called us here because I guess some contractors had come to get their stuff, and I'm assuming a little bit of an altercation went down.
Yeah, I wasn't there, but she told me they tried to force their way in the house.
Yeah. So that's we're trying to do. We're dealing with two different items right now. Item one is obviously them trying to force their way into the house.
Well, it'll be on surveillance, so
Yeah, and that's what she said too. So there's two steps that we have to kind of cover before we can go ahead with anything criminal. Step one obviously was we need a statement from Tiffany because she was here.
right on.
So that has to be usually an audio video at the patrol detachment. Second of, can you still hear me?
Yep.
So second of all, obviously, if we were able to see the surveillance footage, that would give us a lot better reasoning to see if there is grounds for that charge, right?
Right on.
So those are the things to cover off the criminal aspect. And in terms of the civil, I know she said you got some things pending in small claims court against these guys.
Yep.
Regardless of that, you still can't withhold their property.
Well, when I'm home,
Yep.
I'll determine which stuff is theirs and which stuff isn't theirs. They're not just going to go searching through my place to pick through trowels and different things. So
Fair enough. I think the biggest concern is just this piece of scaffolding. The only thing is, like, we're out of here and like we're off duty in about an hour. So in order for them to get their stuff back, you'd have to set up a standby, keep the peace.
right on.
And then you're not going to get the investigating officers that are here right now. They're coming to assist with that.
That's fine.
Okay. So that's we can do that. But like I said, if we got the scaffolding out here, I think that would appease them right now, and then you can deal with the smaller items on a later date, right?
There's two of them there. One's mine and one's theirs, and I'm absolutely not comfortable with them deciding which one's theirs and which one's mine.
Yeah.
So when I get there, I'll decide which one's mine and which one's theirs, and if they got a problem with it, they can take me to court.
Would Tiffany know which one's theirs and which one's
No,
yours?
she
or no?
doesn't.
Okay. All right. Well, that we can do that, but if that's gonna whatever it determines, someone is gonna have to come back and stand by while you guys sort out the property.
That's
then.
fine.
Okay. And then in terms of the other thing, it's going to be based on Tiffany's cooperation if she wants to, help us out with this investigation, or if she wants to be a deterrent, then that's completely up to her.
Right on, but I mean,
Okay,
I'll
fair
go
enough.
home and dig up the surveillance footage and.
Well, like I said, if we can watch that, that's going to really help our cause here.
Well, right on. How are you going to do that? It's not something that you can just walk over to and push play.
No, what I'm saying though is like she doesn't want to show us it, so.
Well, she can't show you it right now. She physically is not able to show you the video.
No, fair enough. I don't know how your system works, right?
Yeah, I do. So, and I'm telling you, she can't. There's no way that
Okay.
she's going to be able to show you anything right now.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll leave it up to her in terms of wanting to provide the statement then, okay?
Sure.
I'll pass you back to her.
Right on.
All right.
Hello?
Yep.
So what?
He said there's a couple different guys.
I don't know. I guess he says, oh, well, we need to see this and that, but you can't show him. How are you going to show him? You don't even know how the thing works. You know what I mean?
If I don't give him the video statement, I gotta go down and give him a video statement when I.
Well, give him a video statement right now. Like, what do you mean?
No, I have to go down there.
Right now.
Well, no.
So we'll give him a video statement when we're ready to give him a video statement. When we have the
Okay.
evidence and all that stuff, we'll go down there and do it.
Okay.
Like, I don't know, this is just crazy. Like,
Yeah.
wow. I'm going to force my way into
When are
somebody's
you gonna
house
be
and
home?
I'll be home in an hour.
In around an hour?
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
I'll see you when you get home.
Okay.
Bye.
All right.
So how long does it take to download that, Tiffany?
Okay, it's Corey Morton.
I don't know.
It's
That's
Corey
not.
Morton from
I don't do that.
Okay. So are you able to review it
We
today?
called here,
Like
it's
tonight?
Tiffany, your
When,
wife or
what's
girlfriend
your
or
spouse name?
Chris.
girlfriend. Okay.
Chris? When
So
Chris
she called
comes
us
back?
here because I guess
Yep.
the contractors had come to.
So you still want to lay a written
I'm
statement?
Assuming a little bit of an
Yes.
altercation went down.
Because I would like to have
Yeah.
a video statement.
And you will get that too.
Yeah,
Well,
so
it's not-
that's we're trying to do. We're
What
dealing
I
with
will
two
get
different
is what I want
two
right
different
now,
items
to
right
help
now.
you if you want to
Item
proceed with
one
this.
is obviously
Because
them
the
trying
more
to force their way
evidence,
into
the
the
better
house.
case you have, right?
Yep, and that's
So if
that's
that
what she
happens
said
to
too.
turn out
So
to be good
there's
material,
two steps
obviously
we have
that's
to
strength
kinda
in your
cover
case.
before we can go ahead with
You
anything
understand that?
criminal. Step one, obviously.
I'm not
we need a
arguing with you
statement
at
from
all.
Tiffany
I'm
because she
saying
was
you'll
here.
have both. I'd like to proceed with the written statement as
So
well.
that has to be
But there's no
usually
need
an
to do
audio
a written
video at
because
the
we're going to do a
Detroit
video
attachment.
statement.
Okay, well then I will bring it to you tomorrow.
Can you still hear me?
Okay?
So
If
second
that's
of all,
you don't want to help anymore.
obviously,
That's
if
not
we were able to
at all
see
what
the
I said.
surveillance footage, that would give us a lot
I
better
said I want to help you. But your
reasoning to see if
case
there is
with a written
grounds for
statement
that
is
charge,
much
right?
weaker than a
So
video
those are the
statement
things to cover
and
off the criminal
video
aspect.
footage.
And in terms of the civil, I know she said you got some
Do you see that point?
things pending in small claims court against these guys.
Or if you don't want to use your camera
Regardless
material
of that,
to your
you still
benefit, that's
can't
your
withhold
choice.
their property.
I don't know how to get it off there, and I'm not
No, I'm
inviting
not
you
saying
into
it.
my house.
No,
so
I know. You told me that.
the
but
best
I'm
I can
saying
do is you can have the
tonight-
video evidence.
tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay. And if there is
No,
nothing
fair-
there,
Then
you're
we need to
contacting-
proceed with a written statement.
No, we do a video statement.
No, fair enough. I
That,
think
that's
the-
what
the
a crown
biggest
request
concern
is
just
done
this,
when it's
this piece of
doable. And
scaffolding.
in this case, it's doable.
So I
The
need
only
to
thing
go
is if
down to
we're-
the station
Control.
and.
We're out of here and we're off duty in about an hour.
No, I don't have my vehicle with
so in
me.
order for them to get their stuff back, you'd have to set up a standby and keep the peace. And then you're not going to get the investigating officers that are here right now. They're
It's okay.
coming to assist with that. Okay, so that's we can do that. But like I said, if we got the scaffolding out of here, I think that would appease them right now, and then you can deal with the smaller items on a later date, right? Now, would Tiffany know which one's theirs and which one's yours, or no? Okay. All right. Well, that we can do that, but that's gonna whenever it determines,
How much is the
someone is gonna have to come back and stand
much is
by
the
while
claim
you guys sort out the
that you have
property. Then.
against them in small claims?
Thousands.
And then in terms of the other
Way
thing, it's
more
going to
than
be
their
based on
tools are
Tiffany's
worth.
cooperation if she wants to,
Okay. So 1,000.
help us
No.
out with this investigation, or if she wants to
Over
be a
two.
deterrent, then that's completely up to her. Okay, fair enough. Well, like I said, if we can watch
They
that,
left
then that's
the
going
room
to really help
devastated.
our
They left the room devastated, and we had to hire new people to come in and fix it.
I know. That's what happens sometimes. With
And
contracts,
you know,
unfortunately.
they left it for
No,
a week.
what I'm saying
They've
though
left
is
their
that
things
she
here
doesn't
for a
want to show
week.
us it. So
I
And
don't,
you had to
I
bust
don't-
in my door to come and get it.
I don't deal with that part of it. I deal with it on my own
fair enough.
side
I don't know
when
how your
I'm
system
home, when
works,
I
right? So-
hire contractors. Unfortunately, sometimes you find the good ones, sometimes you find the
Okay.
bad contractors.
yeah, that's fine. I'll leave it up to her in terms of wanting to provide the statement. Then, okay? I'll pass you back to her. All right.
Hello.
What do they say?
So what?
He says there's a couple different scaffolds in there and some different tools, and he's not comfortable with them going through it, determining what's theirs and what's his. So he'll be back in the next hour and a bit.
Yeah,
I
I
told
just
him he can
if
call
I
someone
don't
else
give
to
him the
stand by,
video statement, I gotta
and you
go
guys
down
can
and
come
give him
back.
a video statement when I
and
have
then
to be
we'll-
on
that'll
video.
at least be the property end of it.
Yeah, exactly.
And
No,
before
I
you
have
do-
to go
before you do
down
anything
there.
criminal, she has to come patrol you, and
Yeah.
we'll do that. We'll watch
Well,
the
no.
video and determine if there's grounds from there.
No, it's no meaning sitting during written statement without video.
Okay.
And I'll tell these guys they'll have to come back and get their stuff
Okay.
with us present.
Yeah.
Does he have a time?
Yep.
Approximately, maybe.
When are you gonna be home? In around an hour.
Okay.
Okay. I'll see you when you get home.
6:30.
Yeah,
Bye.
I'm thinking if we can tell these guys a little later on. So okay, here's what we're gonna do. In terms of the property, I'm gonna tell these guys to come back around maybe 6 o'clock.
That's what I did in the first place.
Yeah. No, you did the right thing, Tiffany.
I'm not saying if someone tried to break into my house, I'd do the same thing. But you can't withhold their property, and that's all they wanted, right? Had you just given them their property, they would have been on their way.
Yeah, but I don't know what their property is.
Fair enough.
And I told them to come back when Chris was here.
Fair enough.
And he tried busting in my door.
Fair enough. So then when we get here, we feel like we're the ones being accused, right? We feel like you don't want to cooperate.
Well, the things that you were saying were a little bit offside, but
In my experience, people that don't want me coming to their house, that's usually why.
okay.
Because there's
But
things in the
did
house they don't
you
want me
did
to
you
see.
need to say that when I'm the victim?
I'm trying to get both sides of the story, right?
Okay.
Fair enough?
No, but so we're gonna
So yeah, I'll
call
tell
back
these guys
when.
to come back maybe around
6:30.
6:30, and then that way Chris can be here. You can get their scaffolding, get their stuff, and then you're done with them, and minus the small claims court issues.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because that's the place to deal with this kind of stuff. Not fighting at the doorway.
Well, clearly we
Right?
have all the papers in there. We were just at the courthouse yesterday. Like you're talking to me like I'm the problem, and
Oh, I'm just telling you, this is what I'm observing here, right? They just came here to get their stuff. An argument ensued, and here
there
we
was no
are.
argument. I told them to come back after he was home.
Yeah.
And he said no and tried pushing in the door.
No, fair enough.
Okay. So you review with Chris tonight, and if there is anything we can use there, tomorrow you give us a call.
When do you plan on coming to Petrolia?
Well, we'll have to review all the stuff and get it all together, and we'll get all the stuff together, and then
So
we'll
what
come in.
What I'll ask you and Chris to do when you come to Petrolia, whether it's tomorrow or the next day or Friday night or whatever, burn a copy of this.
Do we know how to
right?
do it?
Okay. And bring it with you so we can watch it and take your statement at the same time. Fair enough?
Yep.
And the
Because
reason
then-
we want to do the video is because it gives us more grounds.
Right.
I understand
If we can
that.
watch
I'm not-
exactly
I
what
wasn't-
happened, we're good to go.
No, but you were questioning me why I want to see the camera and not just take it on your word. But there's no meaning when we have more resources. Usually we don't have that type
Exactly.
of resources. So that will help you if this will go to the Crown's office and the Crown looks, it's like, wow, we have camera footage.
Exactly. We can see her saying, get out of here, trying to close the door, and then trying to push their way in. Right?
I'm aware of how it works, yes.
So we're trying to help you out here. And
Okay.
maybe it doesn't seem like it, but we are.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
So we'll figure out, we'll tell our partner 6:30 for tonight. At least
Okay.
that gets the property end of it dealt with. And then we'll have an officer here to make sure nothing goes awry. And then we'll worry about the criminal stuff, the video.
Oh, you don't have to worry about on our end. It's just those people.
Well, fair enough.
You know, clearly he already had no problem trying to bust in my door, so.
How do you know these guys?
We were
one
just
guy's
given their
from-
names from the next door neighbors. They're from town. They do contract work, and we actually hired the neighbor before, and it didn't work out. So then we just tried to find somebody else, and
It's tough to find good work, isn't it?
well, yeah. And now we just had to hire another person to fix all their damage, and then pay for that, and then pay them to redo everything.
No, it's frustrating.
So, you know, their $500 worth of tools is nothing compared to the amount that we've now had to eat.
Yeah, fair enough. And that's hence the small claims
Yep,
issue.
and we
right?
know that.
And that's
Yep.
the way you deal with it.
It's a pain in the butt, I agree, because I just went through it and suddenly the contracts are gone. Mine is in BC. So it's like, wow.
But regardless, it doesn't give him any right to push
I
his
agree
way
100%.
into my house.
I agree 100%.
I agree with you.
I think a little bit of the issue was trying
I'm
to
going to
set up
send
a
them on
time.
the way.
Here, give them that, and you can tell them like it's 6:30. I think a lot of the issue was them trying to set up a time with Chris. That's what he told me. So he's trying to set up a time, and Chris said either come at this time or he wouldn't get back to him. And I don't know if they need their.
No,
tools
we
for
have
their
it all
job.
on evidence, actually, like all on recording
Yeah.
of all the work they've done, all the them being here for half an hour and then leaving for an hour and a half.
Yep.
And then coming here and, you know, they just wrecked our place. They did nothing but wreck it. And they weren't concerned about their tools
At the time.
a week,
How long's the job?
over a
been going on
week
for?
ago.
A month?
2 and a bit
2.5
weeks,
months? 2.5 weeks?
probably.
Okay. So since February, we'll say.
Around there, I guess.
Okay.
Like, I don't know the exact dates. He does, Chris does. That's,
Yeah.
you know, why I told them
Well, fair enough.
to come back. And that wasn't good enough for them.
Yeah, he said he tried it like half a dozen times to get a hold of Chris and set up a time, but
No,
hence why he took matters into his own hands today, I guess.
no, that's not true at all.
Fair enough. That's his side, right? So. Okay, so does that work then?
Yes.
So 6:30 tonight.
Yep.
Officer will be here. These guys will come back. Chris can be here.
Yep.
These guys can get their stuff the hell out of their house.
Yep.
Small claims court in terms of stuff in the house.
Oh,
That-
I'm gonna also need like their names and stuff for small claims court and like a copy of this.
You can get a copy of our report from Petrolia Attachment.
Okay.
Just go through it's through Freedom of Information.
Okay.
You go to the front desk, and then it's $10 or $15, and you can print one off from there.
Okay.
They'll print one off and give it to you. Okay. But you obviously have to give us a few days because the criminal stuff's gonna be part of that.
Yep.
So
Well, this all looks good in our court case too.
for sure, I agree 100%. I think next time maybe don't try not to let it get this far spoiled.
I don't
I thi-
understand what you mean.
I think so. When you knew,
They're the ones that didn't contact us.
yeah.
Like we've been waiting,
If
you
it,
know.
if it was me, I would probably, if I knew the job was going south and I had issues and I'm thinking about doing the small claims thing, I'd probably call up the guy and say, hey, you know what? Get your stuff the hell out of my house because we're done with you.
We've tried contacting them. They just haven't come.
Okay. Fair enough. That's what I would do personally, right? I don't want them in my house. I don't want them having access to my house. They've done a terrible job. I'm done with you. If I have to eat $500 to be done with them, I'd eat the $500. Hypothetically, right? Just to down the road and no more issues. Because ultimately, look what's happened today.
The only issues that has arisen is them. You know?
Yeah.
They're the issue.
Yeah, and you need to get them the hell out of your place.
I'm aware of that. But I just told them to come back. Not that they couldn't have their stuff.
Yep.
I told them to come back.
Yep.
Because I don't know whose is what's. And we have another contractor in there right now with their tools.
Fair
And
enough.
I'm certainly not going to just willy-nilly let them pick and choose.
And you're
what-
female, home alone, I assume. Is there
Yes.
kids in there?
No.
So just you and these two guys who you don't really know, right?
Exactly.
I agree with you.
Looking for a 21.
So, is Chris working? What's he doing today?
859.
Pardon?
What's Chris doing today?
He had some errands to do today.
Okay. I was going to say, maybe if he knew these guys were coming, he could just pick the stuff up, put it outside the front door. And,
Yeah, but we didn't know they were coming. We've been trying to figure out when they were coming.
Right.
And they just haven't.
You say talk to him today.
And then today, he just showed up. No, like, they didn't try contacting us
Yep.
since the last time we tried seeing if they were coming anymore or not.
No, fair enough.
And then we figured, okay, well, they're not coming back anymore, so we need to start the small claims procedure. And then today, he come in and tried pushing his way in. That's all that's happened.
Which guy was the
The one in the driver's seat.
All right. That's kind of where we're at.
He's telling them, I'm yelling them through the window that the police are coming. Yes. And like what I told him, he's repeating exactly what I said to him. So,
Fair enough.
yeah, I was yelling through the window so he could hear me that I was calling the police because I wanted him to leave.
You locked the door, right?
Yes, I locked it immediately. Like, I pushed it shut, and then he tried pushing it again, and then I pushed it again, and then I got it closed.
These marks there, is that from
Yes,
his boots probably today?
yes. I filmed it too. That
On this one?
yes.
Okay.
Well, like I know
Do you
not.
have it filmed on that one?
No.
When he was trying to come in the door?
No,
Oh.
no. It would be on that if it caught that. But see how it's angled. It won't catch, but it will see him certainly at the door.
Yeah. And it doesn't have audio, right? It's just
No.
video. Okay.
But
Beneficial nonetheless.
he's
right?
repeated everything that I've said, so.
Fair enough.
Okay, so I'll see you then at 6:30.
Does that work for you?
Yeah.
You won't see me, but
Well, whoever.
one of my counterparts. And then at least that end of it's done, and then we'll worry about this end of it from there.
Because I definitely want to press charges against him.
Yeah, like I said, what happens is you'll provide a statement, we'll review the footage, and it might take Crown consultation, like my partner said, to see if there's enough grounds for a charge. But based on what you told me, I'm assuming that there most likely will be.
Well, should you take note that you see that there's footprints?
Yep, I'll make notes in my notes that's there. It's just kind of hard to... It's hard to use that in terms of evidence, right? Because who's to say that's from today, or if that's from someone else walking in 2 weeks ago. But I'll make note that there's marks on the door. And what about all this drywall dust or whatever I see here?
Well, that we're doing drywall in there, so
In this main room right here?
yes.
Is this where stuff is? Is it in this main room?
There's some here. There's some. I'm not sure because
So is these one of the scaffolds that he's referring to?
yes, but one of them is Chris's, and I don't know which is which.
Got you.
You said one is yours, right?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
How much are they worth, right?
$500 with the tools. So. Okay.
Do you know
$500. He
That's what
says
he
is
said.
that
Were the tools in there? He said trowels.
okay?
So we have someone attend here, and then when you get a chance to review, could give us a shout back.
Yep.
And we'll dig into it from
I gotta ask for your date of birth there too, Tiffany.
It's winter again, eh?
Yeah.
Not for long.
Ugh.
Yeah, for the week.
By next week, 16 and rain for 4 straight days, so we'll look forward to that.
You got any questions in the cold? The roads are good, if you were wondering.
No, I'm not going anywhere.
All right.
Thanks.
Take care.
Well, the cops are here, by the looks of it. Little radio action. Breaker 19, we're gonna fuck over Pug One Terrible. Let these mud and dicks talk over his day. Over. Just having a little shoot the shit with the fuzz. Just a right powwow. I was handing him some papers. Laughing and carrying on. It's like we got another couple best buddies with the cops. Here he comes.
Hey Chris, how you doing?
Not too bad, how are you?
Good. Sean Coggin from Lampin OPP, my partner John Fairburn. Hello. And this is Patrick Ryan. As you know, he says he has some tools here that belong to him.
Right on.
Do you have them from him?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll just take this and set this part down on the ground. Careful.
Yeah.
So how do I go about getting this guy's name and address and everything for court?
Okay. You don't have his information already? He was doing a job for you?
Nope.
No? Okay. Maybe he
his
can
brother that I
exchange
talked
that
to.
with you before he leaves then, okay?
Right on.
There was a pole sander as well. The
Oh
red
yeah,
one?
with a
Pole sander?
short little sander.
Yeah, it's a red one, extendable.
What's your address?
You don't need it.
I don't need it. Why not?
Yeah, you haven't paid us for any of the work we did. We're going to take off. We're going to leave it at that.
Oh yeah, but you got $1,700 damage to that room.
No, we don't.
Oh, no you didn't? Oh, okay. Right on. Why don't you force your way into my house again?
It didn't.
Well, the camera right there, so we'll see.
Okay.
But I need your information so that I can file a small claim against you.
You don't need it.
Right on.
Thank you.
So I guess I don't need it then, eh?
Well, right now he's denying to give it to you. There's freedom of information. Maybe we'll go about that way, okay?
Can't believe this goof can cause $1,700 damage to my fucking drywall and then fucking just zero fucks, eh? Should come in and check out the bedroom now. You should see how you do drywall, bud. Because what you did wasn't fucking drywall. You and your brothers are goofs.
Chris, let's not provoke this, okay? That's why we're here.
Well, he could have just gave me his address, right?
Okay,
he could have just gave me his address and that would have been that.
Business information, the phone
No, I
number,
don't, man.
Okay.
My neighbor gave me their information and I called him and he said he would do it, and then he came over and caused $1,700 damage and then hasn't been over in a week.
Your neighbor should have that information then.
Right on.
Okay. I appreciate it, Bill. Okay.
You're a goof, bud.
What about them checking out the fucking
What happened? What are they checking out?
the footage, or are you just gonna bring them a thing?
Oh, they can't. The TV's dickered. They're like, oh, what are you hiding in here? What are you hiding in here? What am I hiding in here, boys? Oh, gee, my entire fucking house on a movie. The monitor for the surveillance isn't working anymore for some reason, so I gotta climb a ladder and fuck around and this and that, and there's all kinds of shit in the way because we're in the middle of a renovation that should have been done fucking month and a half ago, but fucking keep running into fucking goofs. So here they come up. I just took a little clip of the surveillance because everything's dicked and I don't have any other way, but just pull up here and get out, march right over, bang on the door. There's a curtain in front of the door, so she opens the curtain, and as soon as they see her, and the guy in the back there friggin' walks right up too. Made her nervous. Oh, what was that? Better zoom in a little bit. Look at his mouth. Starts gate. Oh yeah? And then, what was he staggering around about? There's this one, let's see his mouth. Puts his friggin', he's like, come back later. He didn't want any parts of that. Just took a step in. She's slamming the door. I don't know who this guy is. Here's another bang on the door. Look at his mouth. Yeah? And then friggin' just take a step in after she's trying to shut the door. She's got to like force the door shut. Not cool, man. So then stand there, marching around, do. And then he's like, starts looking in the windows. And you go, oh, is that how you do drywall? Oh, beg my pardon. Had to take a double take there. And they fucking stand there more, dick around. Everything's cocked. Now he's flapping his arms and carrying on, and it's like, man, like she said, come back later, and you don't listen. So then they just freaking get their phone, whatever. So just for verification purposes, you can see you pretty well have to open the door that far like a normal, if this wall wasn't there, you could open the door, a few inches and talk to people if you wanted to, but you can also see that this metal ledge is, you only have to be standing here to be in the way of the door, right? And that's the marks that the cop was talking about there, about taking notes, but I didn't see him take any notes. But so basically, my old lady had the door open to there, what do you want? Nope, when Chris gets back, you can friggin' talk to him about it then. Nope, and friggin' got in there. She went to, she said this and that. Nope, goes to close the door. He says, nope, puts his foot in there and she slams it. And then he bounces friggin' back, and you can see it in the video, plain as day. So if he wasn't in the doorway or whatever, how would he, get shoved back from that, like putting his foot in the door to try to stop her from closing the door? I don't know, but if I went to somebody's house and put my foot in the door and tried to stop them from closing it, I would be in jail. Video or not, for fuck's sakes. You can hear how frazzled Tiffany is trying to friggin' talk to the cops, and they're just badging her. She's like, okay. I'll give you this and that. And then they're on there about, not, it's like, why? How is it even possible that you're even bringing up anything other than the fucking situation? First thing they do, walk over to them guys and ask, oh, how are you guys doing? And this and that, and have the right shoot the shit in the fucking street with them and stuff. But, treat the old lady like a fucking goof. If your old lady's home alone and freaking two fucking dudes are trying to force their way in there, or whatever the fucking situation is, they're freaking out your old lady and there's no reason for it, you need to come back when I'm home, we can sort out the fucking tools situation. Simple as that. Not fucking put your foot in the doorway and fucking this and that, there's fucking gate off and looking in the windows and stuff. Like, what the fuck is up with that, man? Let me know what you'd do if this exact situation happened at your fucking house. Like, how would my old lady ever explain to anybody how the cops, would just badgered her over and over and over for, I don't even know, was that like half an hour? Just relentlessly badgering my old lady about statements and videos and cameras and coming in the house and blah, 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 saying she said the same thing over and over and over. They banged on the door, she fucking opened the door, they asked for their fucking tools, she said, you'll have to come back later on when Chris gets back, and started to shut the door, they put their fucking foot in the way and she had to fucking shove the fucking door shut. That's bullshit, man. And if we didn't have the surveillance, they wouldn't do fuck all. And I bet you even though we do have the surveillance, and you can see plain as fucking day, that guy going further than he fucking should have, but I guarantee they ain't gonna do shit, because I make YouTube videos. But anyways, this is far from over, and I'll fucking son of a bitch occurred every last minute of it and smash it on the internets for everybody's friggin' entertainment purposes. But anyways, boys, beg my pardon that we cheat. But there you go, another Dick and Pug 1 production. So until tomorrow.
Don't let the fucking goofs get you.